Hey, it's me Shane, Gemini Garage, and today I got another cool must-have tool, and that is a hole saw kit. This particular one here is my personal one. I've had this one for over 30 years, believe it or not, and this is basically the same exact thing except a brand new version of it. So great tool, kind of a must-have for really anything, automotive, home improvement, lots of uses for this. So let me get it together here and we'll check it out. Stick with me. Okay, we're back. So again, hole saw kits. I can't say how great these things are. I have used these on things that you really aren't supposed to use them on. You can use these on plastic, drywall, wood. This one here, I think I actually used this on like some 1/8 inch aluminum, which you really are not supposed to use it for, and it did kind of flatten the teeth down a little bit. You could probably still use it for drywall, but again, these aren't the most expensive things in the world. This one I just paid, I think, $13 for it delivered. This one here, back in the day when I got it from Harbor Freight, I think it was about $7. And they carried this exact kit forever, and just recently they changed it, and now it's like a 16-piece kit. But this one here is one that I just got off of eBay. You can see it's just pretty much the same thing, except just, you know, a modern day version of this. And then also, I also have this one here. This one was only a couple dollars more. I've had this one for a while too. It's a 16-piece. This one's got obviously a lot larger ones in it as opposed to these right here. So it just kind of depends on what you need. This kit here I think was probably a little bit more than these. I can't really remember how much it was, but regardless of what you have to spend for these things, these more inexpensive ones are definitely well worth it. As I said, I've had this one here for over 30 years, believe it or not. And I've lived in a lot of different places, and these have put a lot of different holes in everything from walls to floors to entertainment centers to, you know, just all kinds of things, all kinds of plastic, and as again all the things I've mentioned that you're not supposed to use it for. So basically what you get in these little kits here is you get all these different little saws, and then you get a couple of different, I guess you'd call them mandrels here. You get one here. Depending on the size of the saw here, they have a couple of different size holes in the tail end. The bigger ones obviously take the bigger mandrel, and the smaller one takes the smaller one here. And these kits come with an Allen wrench. This Allen wrench disappeared on me, but the Allen wrench is to take the bit out of the larger mandrel and put it in the smaller one. As long as I've owned this kit, I think maybe I've only used this smaller one maybe once. I always seem to end up using the this larger one here, so I haven't really missed not having the Allen wrench in here. I keep a nail in here because when you're done putting a hole in these, whatever you're putting a hole in, you end up with, you know, whether it's a wood or plastic or whatever, you end up with the disc part of it up in here. And these all have a hole in the side, and so I've just found it easy to take a nail and stick it in there and pop whatever the piece is out of there. I think I was using the Allen wrench for that, and that's how that got lost, but that's either here nor there. So, once again, an excellent little tool here, a variety of uses. You can't beat it for the price. Absolutely, if you've got, you know, an RV or, you know, you're into any kind of home improvement, definitely a great, worthwhile investment. So, let's chuck one of these things up and check it out. This one here has brand new, and they've got kind of oil all over it, so I'm going to use my old one here since it doesn't have so much oil all over it. Well, let's see, we'll pick this one here, put that on there like that, screw that on there like that. You can take a like a crescent wrench of some kind and put something through the hole here and put a crescent wrench on there and put a little extra turn on there. If you're doing a bunch of holes, if you're just doing one hole, usually just snugging it up real good with your hand is usually good enough. So. All right, let's check it out. Okay, so I've got a couple pieces of wood here. Just going to show you real quick. I'm going to go ahead and take a wrench and just put an extra turn on this thing here. Really good idea to wear your gloves when you're using this stuff. Good idea for eye protection too. If you don't like a lot of dust, you're going to be doing a lot of it. Not a bad idea to wear a dust mask either. So, first off, just going to put a hole through here. There's a knot right there, so that's not going to be too friendly. There's a certain RPM when you're drilling this stuff. You don't necessarily want to have it, completely wide out. You can kind of feel it after you've been doing it for a little while. I put a little bit too much pressure on that, and that's why it kind of broke out just a little on the back side. But what I did want to show you is my nail here. Yeah, that's a good trick. And that's how I pop my pieces out there. And of course, if you're into making model cars or anything, it's a great way to make wheels or anything you might need. You can use these to do stuff with too. So these might not necessarily be garbage. So, sorry, battery died there. So, anyways, we got that hole there. And again, going to use our nail here to help pop this out of there. And yeah, the nail just fell down here. Okay. And the other thing that's really good for too is this is T111 siding like you'd have on your house. It works really well for drilling holes in this stuff too if you need to, put a hole in your siding for some reason. Okay, and like I said, this is the 30-something-year-old set, so these things are, that bit's, probably needs to be sharpened, and these things here are definitely not as sharp as they used to be, so. But all in all, not too bad. Alright, well there you go folks. Like I've said before in previous videos, no new technology here, nothing fancy here, but hopefully it motivates you to go and spend a little bit of money on something that's going to make your life a lot easier. So once again, thanks again for watching. Shane, Gemini Garage.